are told that the tribe of Levi had not participated in this rebellion. So they all came to the Lord's side. Now you know that's all the preachers, you know, all the singers and the preachers, and they came on over to the Lord's side. But we are also told, read Patriarchs and Prophets, we are also told that there were those who backslid. But when the appeal came, they came on back over to the Lord's side. Praise the Lord that he always gives opportunity for people to give their hearts back to him. I said, praise the Lord that he always gives opportunity for folk who have turned their backs on him to get back to him before it's everlastingly too late. Praise the Lord that he doesn't just wipe us out when we're out of his grace. Praise the Lord that he opens the doors of the church. Who is on the Lord's side? Come over here. And the people started coming. The people started coming, and he made sure that the lines were clear. He looked around. Those who had come over said, are you sure you on the Lord's side? Turned out and said, you all sure you're going to stay out there? Are you going to stay out there? And when everybody was clear on where they were, he turned to those on the Lord's side and listen what he says. Take your swords. Go over there. Every man kill his brother, his mama, his daddy, his neighbors. Go put to death everybody who's not on the Lord's side. Now that's deep. You have people running through the camp, killing their mamas and their daddies. People running through the camp, killing their children, killing their best friends and their neighbors. What God was showing by this act was that we have to painfully put to death those things which are keeping us from being committed to our God. There's some things we got to just get rid of because our hearts are being pulled in that direction. So maybe it's a job. Sometimes you might have to cut it off because you can't keep God's Sabbath. Sometimes it's a best friend. Because your lives are going in different directions, you can be cordial, you can call and see how they're doing, let them know I'm praying for you, but you can't hang out like you used to because it will pull you down. It is easier to be pulled down than for you to be pulled up. Maybe it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend that are trying to get you involved in stuff that you know you ought not be involved in. I don't know what it is, but you have to painfully today, if you're going to be on God's side, you have to painfully put it to death. There are things that you love, things that you crave. You've got to put it to death. If you're on the Lord's side, nothing between my Lord and me. So I guess I'll do as Moses has done. Who is on the Lord's side? You all just sitting there looking at me like you crazy. I asked you a question. Who is on the Lord's side?